I'm Batman.
Yeah, I heard it, man. It was pretty crazy. Twilight.
What do you think?
Well, from what I read, he's going to be a younger Batman.
I like it.
Yeah. So I think that kind of works. It's going to be really difficult to see it because I'm used to seeing this guy just as the dude from Twilight. The guy who's like, oh, I'm Edward, and all that stuff. So it's going to be weird to see. But they did pick him over. You remember the X-Men? You remember Beast?
Like
The
the
guy who
original
played-
one?
Yeah,
Yes.
like not the original one,
Not
but
the
like
one-
the
not
younger one.
Oh, in First Class?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You remember him?
Yeah.
They picked Robert Pattinson over
I like
him.
it. Not a huge. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to see the other one. I like Robert Pattinson as Batman, actually. I could 100% see it. Is I had Robert Pattinson, definitely a young Batman. Christian Bale would be like a middle-aged Batman, and Ben Affleck was an older. I really liked Ben Affleck. I wish he would have stayed in another trilogy because I feel like there would have been so much they could have done with an older, beaten, just done Batman. I feel like that could have been a completely cool storyline, and I feel like Ben Affleck fits Bruce Wayne so well.
Yeah.
I would have loved that to kind of continue. I know people didn't really like Ben Affleck as Batman, but is it because Ben Affleck was Batman, or is it because just Justice League was, Justice League?
The whole DC movie.
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like if they would have put Ben Affleck in Christian Bale's position and had Christopher Nolan direct a trilogy.
My goodness.
Dude, yeah, would we have liked that more? Like, we're not we don't like change, and Christian Bale happened to be in a trilogy. That was really good. But when Christian Bale was by himself in that first original movie, like, not a lot of people freaked out about it. It was whenever Heath Ledger did his Joker that
I think it's
made that
because
series.
Christian Bale was in that trilogy. The first Batman's like back in the day, earlier, like in the 80s or 90s, even before that, you always had like a different Batman. I think there was one guy that played Batman twice, and after that, it was a different Batman. So you saw something different. We saw Christian Bale. He was in that trilogy. He was that Batman. We've grown to love and appreciate that guy who played Batman.
I 100% agree.
Well, every Batman's had at least 2 films. The first Batman was Michael Keaton.
Nah, George Clooney only had one.
I thought he had 2.
No,
Yeah, he did. Batman Forever?
I thought they switched Batmans every time they did one.
No.
it was only one person. Michael Keaton did it twice, right?
Did it twice.
And then it was Val Kilmer. It was an actor
Yeah,
called Val
that's what it
Kilmer.
was. Val Kilmer was the only one that did it once. Because Batman and Robin and
Right.
Batman Forever were both Clooney. Val Kilmer was the only one that did the once.
Do you think another Batman works today? We've gone through so many, look, just how many Batmans we just went through. Now we're going to go through another one that I feel like was just rebooted. That was also rebooted with Ben Affleck. Does another Batman work? Or it doesn't matter how this Batman goes. Is it just pretty much set up for failure?
I feel like DC is trying to find the Batman that's going to click.
I think they're just throwing stuff and seeing if it sticks.
So,
That's it.
so what happens? So let's say this one sticks. Do they redo everything? Do they redo a Justice League? Do they start over? Or are you just going to kind of throw this Batman into the mix and pretend nothing happened? How do you fix it? If you're the CEO of DC right now, how are you fixing this situation? Because you're right. They are throwing things to stick. So how are you fixing it if it clicks?
I think they tried to do the whole Justice League because of the whole Marvel stuff. They were just trying to catch the hype train as far as like seeing all these superheroes, on
Together,
the same
yeah.
screen. But I think the best thing is to get them on sequel movies and build the universe. You have to build a universe. At this point, everything's just very fast, and nobody has anything to look back to like Marvel did. Marvel spent so much time trying to build this universe, and that's why they've had all this success.
Marvel did what movies do best with their main characters, and they make you fall in love with that main character. We fell in love with freaking Tony Stark. We fell in love with that guy. We fell in love with Captain America, Chris Evans. We fall in love with these people, so you literally have this connection. So it's almost like when you see that emotional stuff going on in the movies, you're there with it.
I mean, even with Tom Holland, which is like almost the newest one, you already know. I mean, he's had one movie, two movies.
That man does so good.
One movie, like.
By the way, where's Tom Holland's Oscar for Infinity War?
Every movie he's ever been in.
Seriously, like he's the reason why I cry
Didn't
at
they
Marvel movies.
Didn't
Like
they
I'm
let
like,
him? Didn't they even let him do like that? Like that wasn't scripted. I think they actually told him like,
Yeah.
hey, like.
Like how
no.
how exciting was it whenever we first saw Spider-Man in Civil War? Like, it was just amped up this whole entire time, and we finally get to see Spider-Man. It's awesome.
and then they released a movie, and it was awesome. They know the formula. Marvel has the formula. DC is trying to copy that formula.
So what? My thing is what's the formula? That's if
So
you're
what
DC,
you
you can copy it.
What you said was as far as let's let these people fall in love with these characters.
Why haven't we? Because they had Wonder Woman. Why didn't we fall in love with Wonder Woman?
Well, we.
I mean, I kind of fell in
we
love
fell
with
in
it.
love with Wonder Woman. We didn't fall in love with
Hey.
Wonder Woman. But Aquaman. Why did we fall in love with Aquaman? I mean, some people fell in love with Aquaman too. I feel like maybe
saw
DC's
more.
going for another
Yeah.
little vibe there, but
I feel like I was rushed to get to know Flash. I feel like I was rushed to get to know Cyborg.
That's
like,
what I'm
his
saying.
story.
That's what I'm saying. They haven't had enough time to build
Yeah.
with these characters.
Like they just
they
threw
try
them
to
in the mix just
they,
because
they
Marvel
try to
had
shoehorn
that.
some like origin stories within that movie, and you're
Yeah.
just like, why is this here?
I
Like,
think-
this shouldn't even be here.
I think that was their mess up. I think like if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna go with a different formula and you want to put everyone out together, you leave a lot of mystery.
Yeah.
Then you build off of origin. I do agree
Yeah.
that they try to throw origin, us falling in love with them, and making it a movie in one entire movie, and I think that's where they hurt. Was they messed up by not making a Joker origin story first. That would have absolutely killed it. Now they're trying to make it, and I think there's too much hype on it.
Yes.
I don't know how well that's gonna do, but I feel like they should have waited.
I think they're going a different direction with that too.
It seems
They're-
very
they-
dramatic.
It looks very cinema-y.
Yeah, like very old cinema.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
like no-
it's
yeah.
it's technically another origin story when you take back it. But what are they looking
Which
at? They're
is
looking
good,
at
but-
the actual comic book and how it went back. I
mean,
think
I-
that's how far they're going.
I mean, at this point, do they have, Marvel has phases. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like DC doesn't have, like, even what's going to happen 2 years from now.
But it's like what you said. They're just like, okay, let's throw this out there.
See what happens.
It didn't stick. All right, cool. We're gonna try something else.
And I think they're doing that because there's a lot of pressure on it. I think every phase goes away, and eventually, like the superhero phase is eventually going to go away, and it's like DC's like, we have to hop on this train right now, or we're gonna miss it entirely.
now, like, Wonder Woman's, announced. I don't think the trailer's out, but it was
They did that
announced.
movie poster.
But that looks, I'm excited. Wonder
Yeah.
Woman's.
I really like
I think
Wonder
Every
that's
Woman.
the
man's
only-
excited to see that one.
I think that's the only constant that they have.
Yeah.
Like,
Is Wonder Woman.
they really have someone that actually, made it. Like,
Yeah.
you actually genuinely like this person.
I really like the first Wonder Woman, but I did go back and rewatch it, and I wasn't a huge fan of it the second time, which to me shows a movie how a movie goes from like being a perfect 5 to dropping down to a 4. If I can rewatch it and be just blown away the second time, it's a perfect 5.
Who is the best Batman?
I really like Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
I mean, Christian Bale, I think it was like me growing up, and even to this day when I watch those movies, I get goosebumps. Like, it was good. I really liked him. It's more of the whole how it was filmed, and yes, he's Batman, but it was more to that. Like, it was just like the story was.
I would have to unfortunately say Christian Bale, but it's because I think Ben Affleck would have did a greater job if he had the tools Christian Bale had. Christian Bale came in with great tools. There hadn't been a Batman movie in the forever. They almost started. I mean, they did the original Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire one, so that kind of started this superhero phase. But Batman got to start it with another superhero. Christian Bale got where there was nothing really to compare it to. He had an amazing Heath Ledger, who
Oh my goodness!
he played an amazing Joker with Christopher Nolan directing an amazing trilogy. Christian Bale was handed the keys to a Ferrari and told win the race. Ben Affleck was like, bro, build your own car and good luck. And I just feel like there's way more they could have done with Ben Affleck, because if they would have just went for this like beaten up, done Batman, I just feel like that would have been an extraordinary trilogy.
But
Quick little insert. I want to correct myself for the podcast. You were right. Val Kilmer did do just one Batman, and so did Clooney.
So I'm 2 for 2?
Yes, you are 2 for 2, so you
You're
did
actually
correct.
1.5 because I said George Clooney only did 1 too. So
Yes, because the
0.5,
first one, even
1.5.
though it was the same Robin, Clooney,
yeah, I knew Clooney only did 1.
yeah.
So as always,
Stay fresh.
Stay hungry.
Stay driven.
and stay humble.